Hmm. Okay. Big question is, have you gotten your Turbo Man doll yet? You know, Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anybody? Christmas movie? Got to get a Turbo Man doll before the last day. That's for sure. So, hey, a little bit late today, and the reason why I was a little bit late is I was working on videos, man. God, we just got back on a lot of cruises, and and well, what I mean is three cruises, and it was back to back to back, 4 night, 4 night, and a 7 night, three different ships out of Miami. We actually went to one ship and then got off that ship, drove to the other terminal, and and got onto another ship, and then drove back to the other one when we get back onto the other ship. So three ships, 4 night, 4 night, 7 night. It was the Independence, the Freedom, and the Explorer. And I had all kinds of video footage and shows that were putting together. And I was working on it all day today. And I looked up. I'm like, oh my gosh, about an hour late on the live today. But what's up, Claude? Thanks for being here. And those that are popping in as we start. Like I said, do you have your Turbo Man doll? Don't wait till the last day to get a Turbo Man doll. And of course, I wanted the life-size version of this lamp right here. And Amber would not let me put the life-size version in the window. So she got me this little one right here from A Christmas Story. So yes, so anyway, I should turn on that lamp. Is it plugged in? Let's see if it's plugged in. And then we can, does it, oh my gosh, it's not plugged in. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, that's my favorite lamp. It's Fragile. It's from Italy. All right, so, uh, what am I doing here? I even got my thinker shirt on. I was thinking, and I do have some huge news. Like I said, some huge Casino Royale news. And I actually recorded a video that's coming out on Christmas telling everyone about this huge news for me in Club Royale or Casino Royale with Royal Caribbean. And I'm going to just share with you this huge news tonight. But first, I want to make sure that I answer any questions that you may have. So get the questions ready. Ask anything. This was the first time that we actually went back to back to back. It's actually the first time we just went back to back. We haven't been back to back on the same ship. Sometimes when you say back to back, people take a cruise and then they just get off and then get right back on the same ship. Well, when I found out that we had these three offers and they were all coming out of Miami and they were going ending one day and starting the next day on a different ship, I mean the same day, ending and starting on the same day, ending and starting on the same day, and I could do a back-to-back with three ships. First, there was two, and I'm like, Amber, let's do it. And then we booked it and everything, and then I was like, Amber, I got another free cruise for a third one. What do you think? It was amazing. It was amazing. So let me know you're here in the chat. Say what's up. Say something. Merry Christmas, everyone. And oh yeah, tell Amber Amber, tell Amber, Claude, that you want her cut. Because during the super chat, we usually do super chats and lives during the ships when we're on the ships. And Claude gave Amber some money for her bankroll, and she hit it big on a slot machine. And I was telling Amber, how do you do it? Because these slot machines are like reverse ATMs for me. I just put money in. You know, I don't get money out. and she just has this way where I'll be at the craps table and she'll come by and she's like, hey, can I borrow $100? I'm like, okay, fine. I give her 100. She comes back. She's like, here's 150. See ya. And I'm like, wait, how much did you make? And she usually, if she's giving me 150 from my $100, that's a good return on investment. But I know she had a lot more. That's all I gotta say. And I don't know how she does it. She needs to tell me. She needs to tell us all how she does it. So you're going on a back-to-back in June. Oh, out of Southampton. See, we got to start getting over the pond, you know, for all of our stuff. Closest we've been, we did Hawaii, and when we jumped on in Hawaii, that ship had came. It was the Quantum. It had came from Australia to Hawaii, then to Vancouver. So, but we got to get over. We got to get overseas, like really overseas. Claude, your wife Brenda does the same thing. She just goes to the slot machine and it spits out money for her. I don't understand that. I don't know why the slot machines hate me so much. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've been doing with slot machines too, because you're going to see some videos coming up. And I'll tell you kind of what's going on, and you can give me your feedback on the channel too. Okay, so let's just jump in with that, and then I'll tell you my big surprise, my huge news coming up really soon. I won't stretch it out too long, but I do want to tell you what we've been doing. So I was part of a like a YouTube conference thing where it was online, and you submit your channel and you ask questions on how to build your channel and all this kind of stuff. And the thing is, I'm not too like researching, like I've been very consistent with my channel, and I've just been doing what I love, you know? And when I did start the channel, I did want to have some type of niche. And they always say, you got to have a niche, you know, you got to find your spot. And I'm like, well, I like craps and I like cruising. What if I started a channel with craps and cruising? And tomorrow morning, you're going to hear a story from a guy, Mike, and his wife, Tiffany. It's going to premiere tomorrow morning. And it's their story. He was one of my first subscribers. And their story, it was Tiffany's first time ever playing craps on the cruise that we just got off of, and she was using our oh wait, I just joined. I've been watching your videos. Really want to get into this. Come on. Okay, so tomorrow morning we have a video premiering, MJ. And thanks for being a member, by the way. This is awesome. We have secret videos and strategies in the member-only channel, and there's more coming. But I don't want to give everything away. But the thing is, I do this to help people. We do this to help people. And so anyway, that's coming out tomorrow, where you're going to hear a story of somebody doing it for the very first time, playing craps for the very first time. And it's an amazing story. But that's not the huge news that I have to tell. But let me go back to this YouTube thing, okay? YouTube, about my channel. This YouTube niche thing. And so I submitted my channel, Craps and Cruising. What do you think? And they looked at my channel. They watched some of my videos. And they said, this was like professional YouTube people. And they said, perhaps maybe your channel is too niche. Maybe you should expand to the whole casino and do craps and casino. And I'm like, I mean cruising and casino, not craps and casino. Cruising and casino. And I'm like, nah, I just want to do craps. I want to be more about craps than cruising, and more about craps in the casino than any other game in the casino. But I thought of some ways to expand, and one of the ways was whenever you're on a cruise, you have your room card, and in your room card, you get free play on Royal Caribbean. I know casino slots. Tell me justice, Jen. Let's get some justice on these slots, or should I say just ice? I call her just ice because she's as cold as ice. No, not really. All right, so... so anyway, Justice Jen, come on. I don't play slots. I know you don't play slots. Slots, yuck, right? But these cards, the room keys on Royal Caribbean, the first 2 days, everybody has free play, and nobody really knows about it. And it could be $2 or it could be $500. It just depends. And sometimes I'll get it and it's like $100. Sometimes I get it, it's like $8, $6, $2. But it varies all the time. One time I think I got $250 just recently. That video is coming out. But it's like, whoa, use it or lose it. You know, it's only there for the first 2 days. And I thought, well, I could show people how to, you know, get their free play And when I do that, I could play a slot. So anyway, I entered in the slot zone a little bit, but it's only one video for every cruise I go on, and sometimes I actually forget to do it. Um, and I hope I didn't lose a bunch of money by forgetting to do it. But that's the key. The first 2 nights, when you go on a cruise with Royal Caribbean, don't forget to go check your free play in a slot machine, because it is on slot machine. You can't use it on tables. So, Anthem of the Sea, New Year's Eve. Oh, hoping to earn a free cruise. MJ, I know you could do it. Especially watch this video that's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I know, $250. I had $250 in a slot, but this is what I did. So it was free play, but it was on the card, and I asked them, I said, hey, can I get this on the tables instead of slots? And they said, well, there's a certain amount you have to put in the slot machine. And so I said, okay, well, tell me how much, you know? So I played the slot machine, and then I played the rest on the table. And in order to get your free play off your card to play at the table, you have to go to the casino host and ask the casino host, excuse me, can I get these in chips, like like $5 chips, so I can play at the tables? And they're like, yeah, go over to the cashier, now you can do it. And then you go over to the cashier, and then you sign in and you sign out, and you get a bunch of chips to play. And so I'm gonna show that whole process coming up next year, because we have a bunch of cruises scheduled already for next year. I have the last one to book I have right now. So No Shoes, what's up? And I got 3 free cruises on these 3 cruises that I went on, and one of them was $150 free play. One was $250 free play. These ones I took my son and daughter-in-law on, and I got my son in a 4-night cruise. He got to Prime, which is 2,500 points, and so now he has free drinks. He got his free cruise and his annual cruise, so he won 2 cruises by going on. But on the first cruise, I just focused on my daughter-in-law getting a free cruise, so they came home with a bunch of free cruises. I came home with anyway, the first 2 I only got like a little bit. I got $150 worth of free play. Sorry, I'm looking at it because here's the list. This is what they look like, and then I got $250 worth of free play. And then get this, on the last cruise when it was just Amber and I was trying out a strategy like huge. Anyway, I do my light in the darkness with $100 don't. And somebody asked me one time, they said, have you ever tried it with a $200 don't? Do you get more points? Well, I was winning big, I was winning okay, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna go $200 on the don't, and then play the point and all that. So I had $450, because I did the 6 and 8 for no. Whatever I had out there, it was $400, because 200 and 200. So I have $400 out there. So anyway, I got like, what was it? It was 7,000 points on a cruise. And so I got like a junior suite and $750 worth of free play. I never did that before. I never been that far before. I never got that many points in one cruise before. But look, check it out. This is like one offer that was like I think 3,000 points. But look at these cruise days. I know you can't see them, but look, I mean, it just goes on and on. I wish I could show you how many. You could see I highlighted the one I picked right there. What is that one I picked? I gotta tell you what I'm gonna do with that one. But look, I mean, it just goes on and on. So it's just dates and dates and dates to choose from. This one had a bunch of balconies, and it usually goes for about a year. So you have a year to choose. Because my brother and sister-in-law, I took them on a cruise, showed them how to do this new cruise, this free cruise stuff. But they only want to go and only can go because of work and stuff. They can only go once a year. So what they do, every time they go, they earn a free cruise, and then they pick later on, like look, the last page is November, December. I don't know if you can see that. November, where is that? November, December? It's kind of blurry, sorry about that. But so, because I went in December, I could pick next November or December. That's what my brother does. my brother and sister-in-law, Lisa, they just go once a year or maybe twice a year because they get some offers too. But we happen to go once a month, and because we go once a month, we're able to get a cruise every time we go for the next month and the next month. But because I went on 3 back to back to back, I came back with 3, and let me tell you what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you the big news because you're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak out, everyone. But let me tell you what I'm gonna do for my son. Okay, so my kids, I have 5 boys. My wife and I tried for a girl 4 times. Every 2 years, back when we were young, we were like, let's have 2 kids, and then we can have them young, and then and then be empty nesters, and travel when we're young. Still, when what's up, Dexter? Dexter's in the house. Dexter, there's a guy in here, or I think MJ, going on a cruise. And what's up, Ryan from Mark the Point is here as well. But Dexter, MJ's getting ready to go on a cruise over the New Year's, just in a couple weeks here, and they want to win a free cruise. And Dexter did it. Subscribed to the channel, watched some videos, went, and yeah, guy. Okay, just want to make sure. But Dexter did the same thing that Michael did, or Mike. You're going to hear about Mike and Tiffany's story tomorrow. That video is coming out tomorrow. It's amazing. All right, so anyway, let me tell you. So our kids, 5 boys, and when they turn 21, that's a big thing for, I'm 21, I could drink, I could gamble, I could, I can go crazy. And I thought, you know what, instead of them going crazy on their own, I want to teach them how to go crazy in a responsible way. So when they turn 21, I take them to Vegas, and I give them $1,000 bankroll. I show them how to play all the games. So we get $1,000 bankroll, and we allocate, okay, 200 for slots, 200 for blackjack, 200, and we just break it all down. Major Ken, haven't seen you in a while, haven't heard from you, but it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Major Ken, Major in the house. Okay, so, and I'll get back to these. I want to, thanks, Crooked River Crabs. Okay, so let me just get back to this story about the Vegas trip. So I take them to Vegas. I give them $1,000 bankroll. They have to play through the $1,000, and then anything they win, they get to keep. But they learn all the games in Vegas. They learn, so I take them to Vegas, all that kind of stuff in a responsible way. And I just want to be fun. And it's like, sometimes people are like, what are you doing on your 21st birthday? And like, my dad's taking me to Vegas, And so we go to Vegas. So I've been through, so Isaiah, my second oldest, I gave him $1,000. I said, okay, you got $200 on slots. And my brother lives in Vegas, so we go there a lot. And so my brother's like, okay, play this game, And so the second game, okay, so he puts $20 in one game, and boom, 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 it's gone. Kind of like me with slots, just reverse ATM, my money's gone. Well, then he goes to the second game. My brother's like, hey, play this one. So he puts $20 in, hits it a couple times. It's like $1,000. He wins $1,000 on his first $40 on a slot machine. And I'm like, that doesn't happen that often. Don't get addicted to that. That's for sure. But he was able to walk away because that was just his slot play. Then we went to the other games. Then we went to craps. Then we went to roulette. Then and I showed him all. He went through all his bankroll. He actually walked away, I think, with like $2,500, and was able to buy his girlfriend at the time a very nice ring and propose. And he probably doesn't even want me to tell you this story. Okay, sorry. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of like what I do. And so then my next son, Jeremiah, which you've probably seen Jeremiah, I took him on a cruise as well. And so Jeremiah, I took him to Vegas and stuff. But now it's time for Elisha. Eli, they call him. Elisha, right? The double portion child, the number 4 child. My first son, Amos, he was away when he turned 21, where he was kind of out of town and he couldn't go. And so I said, I'm giving you $1,000 if you come. He's like, I just can't make it. I'm like, well, I'm not giving you $1,000 if you don't go. So he hasn't been yet, but he has family, kids. We're getting ready to have our third grandchild from Amos and Cassidy. So anyway, that's all. That's all. He hasn't been yet, but it's time for Elisha. Number four, our fourth child. He's getting ready to turn 21, and he's been on a cruise with me. And he actually played a little bit in the casino, because on a cruise, you only have to be 18 to play in the casino. He's turning 21 in April, and I had this free cruise offer, and I said, hey, instead of me giving you $1,000 and us going to Vegas, what do you think about me giving you $1,000 and we go on a cruise, and then you earn free cruises? And he's like, I like that idea. Because some of them are like, I don't really want to go to Vegas. I used to make him go. No, you're going, you know. But he's like, yeah, I like that idea. So I picked a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise on the Oasis of the Sea. And this is in April. And it is going to be amazing, because my son that won a free cruise and I won a free cruise, my son Isaiah that was just on this last cruise won a free cruise that he's going to take my other son Jeremiah. So it's all the boys, the guys, going on a cruise for my son's 21st birthday, and all four of us are going on this cruise, and it's only costing taxes and port fees, which is $134. So 7 nights, $134. That's cheaper than Vegas anyway, and I have the free play, and we'll all earn free cruises, because the master plan is, I'm going to have my family watch this so they know the master plan. All right, so the master plan is that when we all four go on this cruise and he learns all the games and he has his $1,000 bankroll, he's going to earn a free cruise, and everybody will earn a free cruise. And then next year in November, after Thanksgiving, so it'll be early December, end of November, beginning of December, we're going to do my 50th birthday cruise, and we're going to actually invite everybody we know to go on this cruise with us. So stay tuned for those dates, but it all has to do with April. Depending on what cruise offer we get in April, we're going to pick a date and say, this is my birthday cruise. And so it's going to be amazing. And we're definitely going to let all of our members know first. And then that way they have a chance to get on the cruise before it gets sold out and stuff. So anyway, Dexter, he said, Brian is responsible for me getting married in Coco Cay. And let me tell you, I saw those pictures, and it was Coco Beach Club, and it was amazing. Can you imagine getting married on the beach in the Bahamas with, oh man, I can't even imagine. I saw those pictures, Dexter, and I was kind of jealous, and Amber was like, we should renew our vows. I'm like, nope. We could do other things. But man, let me tell you, so yeah, I know, 49. I'm 49, man, getting ready to turn 50. And look, not much gray hair. See, that's good. That's good. This is all natural right here. All right, so let me. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do for my fourth son's 21st birthday, and of course my next son, he's 18 right now, so we have a couple years before his 21st. But he's like, I want to go on a cruise too instead of Vegas. Like, he's already wanting to do the cruise thing instead of Vegas. Because the reality is this, and I always say this to people, in Vegas, you have to spend thousands of dollars to get hundreds of dollars worth of comps. But on a cruise, you could spend hundreds of dollars to get thousands of dollars worth of comps. The comps on a cruise are just so much better than comps in Vegas. And if you're like a really high roller, like, I'm sure you can probably get comps in Vegas, but I'm not a high roller, you know, like I buy in for $300, $500, maybe $1,000 I buy in. Although on this last cruise, I bought in for $2,000. And then the last 2 nights, I bought in for $1,000. And I was like, I got 1,000 tonight and 1,000 tomorrow night. I bought him for 1,000, left with 3,000. Then I bought him for 1,000 the next night, left with 3,000 again. So it was awesome. It was awesome, this last one. Let me check and see. Let's see if there's any questions or comments that I can respond to. Getting ready to go on Symphony and try this out at a smaller scale. Yeah. So a couple people have been asking me, can I do the light and the darkness at a smaller scale? Like instead of $100, yeah, you could do it at $25, $50. Sometimes I do it with $75 on the Don't Pass, and then I'll do Squeeze Play for 66 inside. And if I can't get through the 2 hits, at least I get my money back. But a couple times that I did that, like I was just pressing, you get your, and then you get 44. And so I had the 44 inside. I still had the 75 on the Don't Pass. And I'm like, and I didn't put any money on the point. And I'm like, and I think the point was 4 or something. And I'm like, maybe I should just, put $50 on the 4 and then it pays me 100, or I'll win 75. And I say, okay, I'll do it after this roll. And then they're like 4, and I lost my Don't Pass. But at that time I had already did the Squeeze Play and was all free play out and I made 75 from it. So, but I could, and the thing is, it's so hard to pick up that Don't Pass because you should never pick up the Don't Pass. You should always just bet the point. Never pick up the Don't Pass, just bet the point. And I didn't pick up the Don't Pass, and I didn't bet the point. And then I lost 75, but I had won 75 before that anyway. So anyway, I don't know. So you can play it at a smaller scale, I should say. Yeah, I wish I had the full-size version, but Amber, she got me that one. And I said, what? It looks smaller in person. Fragile, it's from Italy. All right, so let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up on all the chatter. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about what this special thing is, and then I'm gonna wrap it up tonight. The special, like huge casino news. So I said earlier, so the way it works on the cruise is starting on April 1st, you go on a cruise. If you get points, say you get 2,000 points, you get a 2,000 point cruise offer, much like this, with a lot of different dates, and you get to choose a cruise. Well, that goes from April 1st all the way to March 31st of the following year. What happens is your points accumulate. So not only do you win a cruise, but so that 2,000 points for one cruise is, you have 2,000 points for that year, from April to March. So say you go on another cruise, like a couple months later, and you get 500 points, or another cruise, say you get another 2,000 points. That's 4,000 points. Well, you get another 2,000, point offer cruise, but now you have 4,000 points, and all you have to do is get 2,500 to become Prime, and then you get free drinks in the casino, and you get an annual cruise that they give away at the end of April, beginning of May every year. So like when you earn it, you earn Prime, you are Prime for the year that you earn it and the following year. So anybody that earns Prime this year before March 31st, if you get 2,500 points, whether it's on one cruise or 2 or 3, whatever, just any cruises that you go on with Royal Caribbean, get 2,500 points is the goal. My son got 2,500 points, and he probably won't be on another cruise before April 1st of next year. But it doesn't matter. He's Prime from this point all the way until it starts on April 1st, where he's Prime again, until March 31st of 2025. So anybody that gets Prime this year before March 31st, you're going to be Prime from the time you get it until March 31st of 2025. Well, I've been going on cruises every month, and I've been averaging about 2,500 points on a cruise. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But like on this last cruise, I was trying something at a higher level, and I got to 7,000 points. I got to 7,000 points. I'm like looking at this offer that's like junior suites with $700 worth of $750 worth of free play, and it's junior suites. And I'm like, whoa, and I'm just focused on that. I was like, whoa, I never won that much before. And then I realized, wait a minute, how much points do I have like all together for the year? Here's the big announcement. Are you ready? I got to signature. Okay, I went up. Okay, so that means from April of this year until December, because I was averaging about 2,500 points and I've been on 10 cruises since April, I've gotten 25,000 points for signature. Now, Prime is 2,500 points. I never thought that I would get to 25,000 10 times. It's a huge jump to get to signature. So I found out I got to signature. Now, what's the difference? Okay, so the difference is when you become Prime, you get free drinks in the casino, right? You get your annual cruise. It's an interior. And you get the 5% fee for charging to your room. That gets waived. And there's other stuff that you get, but those are the big ones is the drinks, right? The drink package. You don't have to buy the drink package anymore. You get free drinks in the casino. So that's huge. Well, at Signature, not only do you get that, the annual cruise is a balcony instead of an interior. Okay, that's fine. I get balcony offers all the time, so no big deal on that. But here's the big one. You get free internet. So we always, have to buy the internet every time. Whoa, the dog is really excited about the internet too. But we always have to get the internet every time we go on a cruise. And it's like $30 a day, and on a 7-night cruise, that really adds up. And now, from now until March 31st of 2025, I don't have to pay for internet anymore. And I'm like really excited about this because, having internet's huge, a huge thing for us. Because a lot of people say, hey, Brian, how do you and Amber cruise all the time? We cruise once a month. And when you watch the channel, it looks like we're always on a cruise, but we cruise once a month, sometimes back to back. No, just this one time, the first time we did back to back. But sometimes we do 2 in a month. So we haven't done back to back. Sometimes we went 1 week, came back at home for a week, and then went the next week. But we did 2 in a month, and then we'll skip a month. But we average once a month. It just depends on what's going on. So the fact that we are cruising a lot and gone a lot, we have to work. So we work online. I have multiple streams of income. Amber's, we do coaching, we do business coaching. So we have to have access our clients have to have access to us. And I need to be able to run the businesses because I have other businesses and I have other, I pay people to run the business, but they need to have access to me in case something is needed. So having internet is key, and I know some real estate brokers and different people with different licenses, like part of their responsibility by law is they have to be in some type of connection, internet connection and being available. And so being able to work from anywhere is huge. And so that's what we help people do. And so this was all part of the strategy of how to work from anywhere and how to be able to work from anywhere. And so I met a lot of people that are on cruises that they have remote jobs where they have to work, but they can also be on the cruise. So having that internet package where I don't have to pay for it is huge anyway. So I'm really excited about that. That was the big news that I wanted to share. And what does this say? You need to come on a cruise out of Galveston on, June 2nd? June 2nd on the Harmony. Oh, June 2nd. You know what the thing is? I have one more offer here. This is the thing. I have one more offer here to choose from. And I was telling Amber today, I was like, we don't have one in June. Like, believe it or not, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that and see if that's on this offer. Because Harmony is one of Amber's favorite ships. She likes the Harmony. The Harmony for me, whenever I'm in the casino, I've been on the Harmony twice. There's been no Harmony on the Harmony for me. And maybe your 45th anniversary, Claude, might just change that for me. If I could get there, that would be so awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. And if you know, I'm a business coach, Dexter, so you know, because this was the thing. I go on this on the cruise. I have to have a business if I'm gonna go on the cruise and write off the cost of the cruise. So why not start a YouTube channel as a business to talk about craps and cruising so that I have a write-off? And so anyway, yeah. You know, this is all. Maybe I should talk to Justice Jen about all that. I don't know. She's maybe not a tax lawyer and doesn't do taxes, but yeah, 35. I'm 35. I'm 35, turning 50. I feel like 35 because I have a happy life. I just enjoy life, man. And I've always been this way, where I do take things serious. I do have fun with life overall. I do have fun with life, and I think that's the thing, man. Having fun with life and taking things serious, but not being so serious. You know, having fun is important. And I remember we theme our years. Each year we theme our different years. And I remember there was one year, I forget what it was, but the word was fun. Like, we're gonna have fun this year. Like, we're gonna do it. And I think that's the year we started doing these cruises. And we just said, this year's all about fun. And it was an acronym. It meant for something. So it was family. I think it was the U standard for something and the N standard for something. I forget what it was, but I could look at back at my journals and look and read all about it. I should do that because I'm getting ready to do this next year. So this year, 2023, my theme was new, wild, and free in 2023. And some of my coaching that I do on Facebook, I have a Facebook group. I actually offered it for free in 2023, and so people joined and they got some of our coaching for free in 2023. And when I said wild, it's like, again, having fun, being wild, and wild doesn't mean I think it's just untamed, you know, like I'm just gonna live life and to the fullest, have fun doing it. But wild doesn't mean off the rails. It means, you know, it's kind of like free, you know, new, wild, and free. You know, that's what we're going for. We wanted to do something new. And so, yeah, man, 2023 was great. We do have one, and I share this. I feel like I'm transitioning a little bit because I do share this in my coaching group on Facebook. But we're getting ready to announce what our new thing is, what our new theme is for 2024, and it's going to be amazing. And J-Line is the name of, and you know what's crazy? I just got to rant a little bit. I've been focused on the YouTube channel, building this business, and I show people how to build different businesses. And I've spent a year building this business. And yes, we're making money with YouTube and everything that we do here. And when you guys give super chats and watch the commercials, you know, instead of skipping them, or, you know, just giving likes and views and all of that, we get money from that. And that money is paying for us, like the taxes and port fees for the cruises. I mean, it's not like it's paying our bills, but it's paying for itself. That's the first thing. When you want to start a business, it has to pay for itself. You don't want to be, it shouldn't cost you to have a business, right? So anyway, with all that being said, my J-Line business and company, my website has been down, and I've been trying to get a hold of all of our people that do the website and different things. And so my website has been down for most of 2023. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So a lot of revenue that I had from my website, j-line.org. I mean, you could go there, but there's nothing there. It's like down. And I'm like, hey, I need to get my stuff back because, I mean, we have, like I said, multiple streams of business. So all of our clientele hasn't really been a lot of new clients, because a lot of people, and if you go some of the older videos, we actually started our channel with jline.org, and now we have holyroller.com for the YouTube channel. So a lot of people are going to the J-Line site and they're like, hey, this is down. I don't know what's going on. And man, I'm just trying to get that up. But you guys don't need to know about that because holyroller.com is up and you can go there and buy some merch. All right, some Holy Roller merch. I'm gonna tell you about a t-shirt I did before we go, and I'm almost done here. Let's see, I tried one strategy. I do 66 inside and press each after 3 hits, take it down, made about $1,000, or no, $1,000, but didn't make that much in comp. Yeah, you have to make a lot on comps. You have to have a lot of money at the table for an extended amount of time. If you're not at the table for at least 1 hour, and that's why I tell people, if you bet $100 for 1 hour, you'll probably have 100 points. If you do $200 on the table for 1 hour, you'll have 200 points. You do that for 3 hours a night, you have a free cruise. I mean, it's just playing craps. So anyway, you have to stay, because the lower you play, the lower points you get. So let me tell you, I have this shirt. Okay, I'm gonna tell you because this is why you tune in live, so you can hear stuff that you won't hear anywhere else. I'm gonna start a series of shorts called, and this is gonna be short videos. Okay, so they'll come out, not on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but on other days. It's gonna be rule number 1 when playing craps. And I'm gonna have rule number 1 when playing craps, and there's gonna be a bunch of rules number 1. So on this video, maybe you could say it in the chat here, but maybe after this video publishes, go to the comments and tell me, what do you think should be a number 1 rule? And I'll give you an example in just a second. But rule number 1 when playing craps is don't buy in when the puck is on. Okay, so I was writing it today. I was writing some little script for it, and I started laughing. And Amber's like, "What are you laughing for? What's going on over there?" Because I'll just be in the room by myself laughing, And she's like, "What's so funny?" Well, I said this. I said, number 1 rule. This is kind of how I wrote the script. Number 1 rule when rule number 1 while playing craps, don't buy in when the puck is on. Because when the puck is on, everybody that's there when the puck is turned on is playing that game. You're not playing that game. So if you're the person that buys in when the puck is on, all I have to say to you is puck off. Okay, that's when you buy into the game, when the puck is off. And then I had to say, you know what we should do is we should call these people mother puckers. Okay, that's all I'm saying. These mother puckers come up and buy in when the puck is off or the puck is on. Yeah, they're mother puckers. All right. So anyway, there's another thing that you shouldn't do if you happen to, because there could be people here, okay? If you happen to buy in by mistake when the puck is on, there's something I can't stand, and maybe you can't stand this either. But people come up, they stop the game, put their money down, and they're counting out their thing. They stop the whole game and everything. They get their chips, they put them in their rack. Everybody's looking at them because they stopped the game, and the dice are sitting there, and they go, "Yeah, you want any bets?" And they go, "No bets." What the mother pucker? This is the thing. If you're going to buy in when the puck is on, you should put money on the table. If you're going to stop the game and buy in, then put money on the table. I can't. Anyway, number 1 rule. Number 1 rule. So, hit the like if you haven't hit the like button already. So anyway, here's another number 1 rule. It's just a pet peeve of mine, and maybe you guys might have heard this. Hopefully you don't say this, but like when we're all playing craps together and everybody's at the table, there's always somebody that's walking up trying to teach somebody, and they're standing right behind you, and they're like over there going, "Okay, now what happens is the puck is on, and see it's on 6. That means they have to roll a 6. And if they don't roll a 6, that means they crap out. And they roll until they crap out." And there was even a guy that his wife came up and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm still rolling. I have to roll until I crap out." Well, the puck happened to be off when he said that. And I said to him, I was like, "No, if you crap out, you're still rolling." He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, no. If you crap out, you're still rolling. And the puck was off, so I said, you only stop rolling when you 7 out. But if you crap out right now, you still have to roll. Because the only way to crap out is when the puck is off. You roll a 2, 3, or 12. When the puck is off, that's called crap out. So I don't know why I get so frustrated when people walk up and they're like, okay, so let me teach you how to play the game, even though I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm gonna act like I do. See the puck? You know, man, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, maybe I'm being super critical in my old age of 50, 49, 50, 49, 49. I still got a whole year of 49, come on. I can't be 50 yet. So anyway, what are some other things that you guys see people do that just drives you crazy? The number one rule of something you shouldn't do or that you should do. Number one, when the puck is on, this is the other thing they do. You know, they're standing behind the shooter. I mean, the guy's right there and they're right here in his ear. And they're like, okay, this guy has to roll until he hits a 7. But you don't want to say the word 7 at the table, even though I'm right behind the guy rolling the dice and I'm saying 7. You know, and then they roll and it's a 7. Some people say that's superstition or probability. Yes, it is probability. And I was at the craps table this last time, and there was a girl, and she was talking to a guy, and he was like trying to pick up on her. It's kind of weird, pick up on a dealer. And he's like, so how many months you have left in your contract? And she's like, 7. I have 7 months left in my contract. And I'm like, no, maybe you have 8 or 10, just not that much. Because everybody was like, because she said it and everybody kind of looked at her, because there is a lot of superstition at the table. She's like, no, 7 months. And I go, no, not that. Don't say that. No, but it is 7 months. It's 7 months. And he rolled, it was a 7 out. And I go, what the heck you saying 7 for? She's like, oh my gosh, take me off the game. I was like, hey, take it easy. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious in a bad way because people lost hundreds of dollars. And we always look to blame someone, right? We have to blame someone. I always say, don't blame the shooter, blame the dice or the stick person, straight up. So throw the dice like they're being fired out of a cannon. Duck! That's the other thing. So this drove me crazy. We were playing, and you know, dice out. When dice are out, dice out means no more bets, right? But the dealers won't say no more bets because they want people to put. They're not going to tell people not to put money in the table, right? So they're not going to say no more bets. They're just going to say. Dice are out, hands high. You know, hands high. Watch your hands. Dice are out. Watch your hands. Whatever. And I'm telling these people, I'm like, hey, you know, they're yelling at you. When they say dice are out and they're looking at you and they're yelling at you because you're betting after the dice are out. Dice are out means no more bets. Like, stop betting because the dice are going your way. And they're like, no, they're not talking to me. I'm like, yes, they are talking to you. And they're literally yelling, dice are out, hands high, dice are out. I'm like, dice are out means no more bets. And these people were still betting. And this one person, I could not believe it, is this lady. She's like oblivious. I don't know why people play if they're oblivious to what's happening in the game. On Royal Caribbean, in the field, it's a $1 minimum in the field. They treat it like a prop bet. So even though it's a $10 table, you only have to bet $1 in the field. The dice are out. The person has the dice. The guy's throwing the dice, and she puts her hand in to put $1 in the field, and the dice hit and rolls a 7. Hundreds of dollars on the table are gone because this girl wanted to play $1 in the field after the dice were out. It was the craziest thing. Anyway, everybody's saying Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We're going to be here again. And the other thing is, I got some ideas for the new year on some things to do for the channel. Let me know some ideas. If you think you like tell me your favorite part about the channel so that I know that I could do that more, okay? And if there's something you don't really care for, tell me that too. I might still do it, maybe just not as much. And then I hope to see everybody rolling, cruising, getting free cruises. And MJ, get that free cruise offer. And you know what? When you're on the cruise, feel free to comment on one of these videos, MJ. And if you have or need anything, I'll be able to text back on the comments and help you out. But I would say the biggest advice I'd give you is when you check in to the table, stay for at least an hour, and then after you're done playing, go to the casino host and check how many points you got. That'll give you an idea. If you play the same way for the same amount of time each night, you'll get about the same amount of points. Is that enough to win a free cruise or earn a free cruise? Or are you going to need to play a little bit higher or a little bit longer so you can get more points? That's my best advice for you, MJ. Get that free cruise and let me know. And for everybody else, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya!